So Donald Trump is about to rack up another loss in the Supreme Court. Let's talk about that. Because the court's holding fast against Donald Trump's tyranny, like justice, matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So as Donald Trump continues to try to overthrow the will of the American voters, as he continues to try to steal the election, his latest hope or gamble or maneuver or con rests with the Texas Attorney General. Because the Texas Attorney General has filed suit asking the Supreme Court to just throw out 10 million votes. Just get rid of them. You know, votes in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Georgia. Just disregard those votes that were cast for Joe Biden and declare Donald Trump the winner. Now, maybe Donald Trump actually believes, delusionally, but actually believes, that because he put 3 justices on the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court will just corruptly hand him the presidency. You know, Donald Trump wouldn't be the first president in U.S. history to be so horribly mistaken about how the Supreme Court might rule. Remember this guy? President Richard Nixon? In 1974, President Nixon may very well have believed that because he put not 3, but 4 justices on the Supreme Court, that the Supreme Court was going to rule that he didn't have to turn over the incriminating Watergate tapes, that they were just going to corruptly rule for him and say he was above the law. And you know what happened there? The Supreme Court ruled unanimously that President Nixon had to turn over the Watergate tapes, that he was not above the law. Interesting footnote, that opinion was 8-0 because one of the justices, Justice Rehnquist, who was one of the ones appointed by Richard Nixon, recused himself. He decided he had a conflict and he shouldn't participate in that decision, which is exactly what Amy Coney Barrett should do if she ever finds herself in a position to rule on an election case. That's a topic for another video. But importantly, Richard Nixon was wrong. And Donald Trump today is just as horribly wrong about the impact of appointing justices as Richard Nixon was in 1974. Now, let's turn to this ridiculous Texas suit. So the Attorney General for the state of Pennsylvania, a gentleman named Josh Shapiro, just today filed Pennsylvania's reply to the absurd lawsuit filed by the Texas AG. And Attorney General Shapiro's brief kind of sings. Here's how it opens. It starts with a preliminary statement. Since Election Day, state and federal courts throughout the country have been flooded with frivolous lawsuits aimed at disenfranchising large swaths of voters and undermining the legitimacy of the election. The state of Texas has now added its voice to the cacophony of bogus claims. Texas seeks to invalidate elections in 4 states for yielding results with which it disagrees. Its request for this court to exercise its original jurisdiction and then anoint Texas's preferred candidate for president is legally indefensible and is an affront to principles of constitutional democracy. And it continues, Texas does not seek to have this court interpret the Constitution so much as disregard it. So, in my opinion, the Supreme Court will do one of 3 things. It will either summarily deny to accept review of the Texas case, kind of like it just did a couple of days ago with the attack on Pennsylvania's election results, boiled down to one word from the Supreme Court, denied. Or it might deny the Texas case, but write a little something about its view of what's going on here. Or, dark horse, it could accept review of the case and then write a lengthy opinion denying this absurd challenge by Texas. I think that the third option is far less likely because there really is no basis for the Supreme Court to accept review of the case. It is just that frivolous, just that baseless. So I think the Supreme Court is more likely to just summarily deny review of the case, but we will know soon enough. Interestingly, folks, let me finish with this because Donald Trump tweeted something today about the Supreme Court, and I think he sort of blindly backed into a little bit of truth. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. So here's what Donald Trump tweeted today. He said, "The Supreme Court has a chance to save our country from the greatest election abuse in the history of the United States." I would agree with that. The Supreme Court indeed does have the opportunity to save the country from the greatest election abuse we have ever experienced. And it will, by denying the Texas suit. And it will because justice matters. It matters. As always, folks, thank you for tuning in to these daily videos. If you'd like to more formally support our all-volunteer efforts here, you can go over to patreon.com and become a patron. If you choose to do that, I will send you some Team Justice stickers with a personal handwritten note of thanks. So as always, folks, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.